Now, our story begin in episode 4, where we would see the Autobots all busy working together and busy having a great time. As all of them are excited to see what they're gonna do against the Decepticons, as Optimus is oh, this man is cooking up a plan. And thanks to him and Ratchet, they actually saved a bit of Energon X for a few more. And this is the only ones left, like out of everything. Yeah, I'm just adding this because why not? And yeah, basically put, they would give it to Chromia, Alita, and Ultra Magnus. And since Ultra Magnus was the same size as Optimus, like now he's the size of Megatron. Oh, and now he's as strong as him. Perfect. Now he's not getting one shotted. But afterwards, Optimus will call Alita, Chromia, and Magnus, and he's like, "All right, guys, these are the three artifacts I made for you. Um, Magnus, this is the Hammer of Justice, or yeah, the Warhammer of Justice. That's a great name. Yes, this one, it allows you to control thunder, electricity, and storms as well. And Magnus like, yeah, I'm digging this. Thank you, sir. As Magnus grabs it and is admiring the artwork, well, the craftsman work, the forge is just perfect. And Optimus is like, Alita, this is your weapon, the crossbow of poison. Yeah, the name already describes the ability. It allows you to create energy arrows and also poison arrows that can kill or poison your enemies. And Alita's like, I'm gonna torture a lot of the Decepticons with this. Prime's like, I'm sorry, what? Nothing. Um, uh, okay. He gives it to her and he's thinking to himself, maybe I shouldn't have given it to her. Maybe. But you know what? Nothing I can do. Nothing I can do. And Optimus looks at Chromia and he smiles. And Chromia's looking at him a bit weirdly, like, why are you smiling? Prime's like, you see a little, sorry, you see Chromia. You're basically Ironite in a way. Chromia looking at him like, what? But Optimus like, but I wanted to create you this weapon. I like to call it the Holy Blade. Huh? And Alita wondering what? And Optimus would explain the Holy Blade allows her to control light, and Alita about to just walk away, and then he's like, and allows you to also create explosions. And she's like, oh, really? And Optimus also says something interesting. It also allows you to use telekinesis in a way. And she's like, bet. She grabs it and leaves. And Optimus like, giving two crazy women two powerful artifacts might not be a great idea, but hey, it's better than anything. It's better than anything. Yeah, even I would agree. But yeah, Optimus will call all of his Autobots and he will ask how they think of the base. As the base he made is very interesting. It's OP. And also all of you are wondering why the Forge has like so much power like this, because in the show it was like it didn't have that much. And simple. They used plots because the writers knew they didn't know how to use that use the forge. So simple. I'm gonna give it almost unlimited energy. Almost unlimited. But like the forge is a prime weapon. So I'm assuming the Matrix can just give it more and more energy. Wait, the Matrix can do that. Wow, they actually wasted a powerful weapon because they didn't want the Autobots to one-shot the Decepticons. But I'm not like the writer, so we're making them as OP as possible. But yeah, now Optimus will show everyone around the base, and it's it's OP. It's not bad. They have their own space bridge. They have their own ground bridge. They have their own everything. Basically, put it's like the Decepticon Nemesis upgraded a little bit more. And Optimus will tell everyone that this is their new home and new base. And he would tell everyone it's also a ship. Everyone like, bet, now we're having an easy time. But Optimus will tell everyone this, that they need to basically raid the Decepticon, well, not base the Dogman. They have to raid Dogman right now, as the Decepticons believe they're still spread out. And he's like, it was a good idea doing that. And Alita's like, so you basically tricked them to believe you guys were spread out. Prime like, yeah, basically. All right, now now we can discuss the plan. Okay, everyone, listen. This plan is the only one that might work, as it's technically not a plan. It's just suicidal, but yeah, we're going there guns blazing, basically. And Bo can like, you know what? Somehow that's the best plan. As honestly, going up guns blazing, huh? Now that's record style. But I'm like, yeah, I know. I know the records are gonna love this more. And Ultra Magnus like, but sir, shouldn't we have like a proper plan? And Oximus like, Magnus, we have overpowered weapons and we have Energon X, and most of you are like most of you are like as powerful as Megatron. Like Bulkhead is as strong as Megatron. Same with Ironhide. Same with you. Same with, well, Nova Maximus actually a bit stronger. And me, I'm more powerful than all of you. Like all of you are nowhere near me. I'm so powerful. I might be powerful enough to beat Unicron. But I'm gonna be like, Cap. Optimus like, okay, maybe not powerful enough to beat him, but hey, I might have a chance. And I'm gonna be like, okay, okay. But then Bumblebee's like, wait. Well, he says it in his bleeping voice. Wait. Can you fix my voice box? But I'm like, huh, huh. Everyone looks at Bumblebee, then looks at Oximus. Then Irona's like, how did this idea never came up in our minds? We could have fixed Bumblebee's voice box. Huh. Oximus like, yeah, why not? And he proceeds to just fix Bumblebee's voice box by smacking him in the face and sending him flying, and his voice box is repaired. And using the forward to also like gave Bumblebee a new color scheme, so he has the same color scheme he had, the black and yellow. I love that color scheme. It was great. It it screamed Bumblebee. Yeah, but yeah, let's continue. Now Bumblebee's like, oof, I'm looking fresh with these color schemes. And everyone hears his voice like, wow, that's your voice? And B's like, my voice, finally. Oh, after like, wait, how long has it been? Huh. How long has it been? Oxmus like 1,000 years. Oh, okay. But yeah, I'm glad I have my voice box. Oh, thank Primus. Finally. Now I can speak. Now I can talk trash. But guys, we really need to just go there and just start shooting up the place. Are now like, you know what? I love the idea. Us just using our weapons instead of using our brains. I love it. It's record style. I enjoy this. Everyone realizing, it's not the best plan, but it's not the worst. We cut to the Certicon base as Megatron is just laughing. Man thinks he has an asset, but he doesn't know what's gonna come at. He doesn't know what's gonna come at him. But yeah. Now Shockwave will introduce the Predacon towards his master, but as Megatron is busy faunting over the new prize, the Decepticon Vehicle is like, Lord Megatron, I'm receiving 18 Autobot signatures coming towards our location. And Megatron like, what? 18 Autobots? Wait, when did 15? Wait, uh, you know what? I'm not gonna bother. Okay, Shockwave, send out Predacon after them right now. Everyone, start evacuating. And here in the Starscream, oh yeah, Starscream is dead. My bad. I was thinking about another series. But yeah, Shockwave is like, as you wish, Master. And he's like, Dreadwing, make sure Galvatron, Scourge, and Cyclonus are safe. And here in this, Dreadwing's like, why, Master? Galvatron is my replacement if I die, because this might be my final battle, as I'm quite tired of losing, so I might be killed here, but you know what? I'll see. And Dreadwing like, nah, I'll save you, Master. And hearing this, makes Megatron like, okay, but just go. I will have to hold off Oximus, as he's the biggest problem right now. Now, as Dreadwing takes Galvatron, Cyclonus, and Scourge away to keep them safe, along with oh, yeah, just them. Never mind. Now, Megatron stands his ground. Preparing to fight, he cracks his knuckles and says, alright, Prime, here we go. As he also cracks his neck, he's ready for the smoke until a ground bridge opens behind him. Confused, he looks at it, and so we see Oximus walking through. As it was 18 Autobots, but remember, They have everything. So Oxmis created a remember that device that Starscream used to like teleport around, like that small miniature um ground bridge you can say. Yeah, that's what Oxmis does. He just teleports behind Megatron. And he gives it to his sons and he tells his sons to like destroy the Dark Mounts as they also came with him. And Oxmus cracks his neck and he's like, Megatron, it's been a while, fam. Prime. Hmm. You you look way differently. And is it me? Are you taller? A lot taller. Yeah, I'm taller, Megatron. You know what? This is just sad. This is just sad for me. Not only do you look stronger, you are even taller. Perfect, great. Oh, the Star Saver, wonderful. Okay, yeah. Well, it doesn't matter. I have my own Predacon Prime, and hearing this makes Optimus look a bit confused. And then he looks up, and he's like, "You have a Predacon," and Megatron like, "Yes." And I wonder which other party is gonna die from it. Honestly, I think you should be more worried about the Predacon than my Autobots. Megatron realizing, oh yeah, you guys have overpowered artifacts. Scrap. Oh no. That has signed it up for its own death. Why? Why can't I ever win? And Optimus like, because you're a villain. Because you're a villain. Megatron looking at Prime like, I hate you. And they just start boxing. They just go straight into melee combat as they start using their weapons, their fists. They use everything. And Megatron not only getting pissed up, bro's thinking twice about his life right now, thinking about all the choices, thinking about everything he has ever done. And then he's thinking, oh, if cliffjumper wasn't alive, maybe things would be differently. As he gets uppercutted, and then like Prime just uppercuts him, grabs him by his leg, slams him on the ground, and he does the same thing Hulk did to Loki in Avengers 1. Oh, the disrespect. Slamming him on the ground multiple times, looks at him, and then throws him straight to his own throne. Prime looks at him like, it's sad for you. And then Nova and Maximus will inform Optimus that the Dark Mountain is about to blow up. And here and there's Optimus like, oh scrap. As he proceeds to just blast off and quickly goes inside Dark Mountain, grabs his sons and proceeds to blast off. As we would see Skyfire busy fighting Predaking. And he's having an easy time as yeah, his axes are helping him. As remember, his axe can control water, so this man having an easy time against his fire breath. Bro's just putting out the fire like a fireman, and he's like, you know what? Water against fire was never a contest. I was always gonna win. And as he's overwhelming him, Optimus will inform all his Autobots is about to blow up. Everyone books it. Prime quickly uses the device to create a ground bridge, and everyone just books it and goes inside, and yeah, Darkman blows up. Well, before it blows up, every Vehicle that was inside, along with Galvatron, Dreadwing, Cyclonus, Scourge, all leave, but Dreadwing quickly came back and grabs Megatron and books it, and yeah. Now we would just cut to all about base. They're all about celebrating, screaming in joy. They won. And yeah, we just cut to Megatron on his on the floor, depressed, wondering why he can't win. And then Shockwave is like, well, Master, I think the only way for us to win is that we have a more stronger army. As the Autobots have everything. But doesn't mean they have a army. And Megatron like, oh, you're right. Hmm, interesting. Yeah, but how am I gonna get an army? And Shockwave's like, remember I sent Predacons to this planet? Megatron gets up like, oh, yes you did. Today might be my lucky day. And yeah, we will skip to episode 5. Now, episode 5 we just cut to Optimus scanning that new vehicle he had thanks to Agent Follower. And they would still be using that military base. What was it called again? Was it E5 or was it E4? Hmm. What was it actually? I'm not too sure. Well, whatever that military base was, yeah, they using that as a secondary base. As I'm not gonna lie, it's just for fun. And the Autobots just busy chilling at the base, just wondering what to do next until Optimus comes in. And Everyone asks him about his new transformation, and Prime shows it off, and everyone is like, "Huh, not bad." And cliffjumper's like, "Is that a truck or is that a hyper military truck like that? That's very advanced." And Agent Fire was like, "I'm standing here with giants, like giant giant bots who can transform to vehicles. We literally been using your technology to advance our weapons." And here this makes Cliffjumper like, huh, you know what? I thought you humans were actually stupid, but never mind. Yeah, you guys are actually smart. Sierra looks at him like, really? Cliff like, hey, can't blame me. And Sierra just shakes her head and just walks away. And Cliff is like, did I say something wrong? And Pacific gets smacked in the head by RC, and she's like, yes, you did. And Cliff says the famous lines, I don't understand women anymore. And Optimus proceeds to transform back to his robot form. And then he wonders, what should they do actually? As to be fair, if you're winning a war, what would you actually have in mind? Like I know, kill the enemies like your priority, but what if your ops haven't been there for a while? Like what if they haven't been moving? What are you gonna do? You have to wait for them? Well, not really. Optimus thinks they should just track down the Decepticons, and Ratchet says, "Well, actually, I'm actually tracking down a few Decepticons. They're in this location." Optimus like, "Bet I'm gonna go there by myself." And Ultra Magnus like, "But sir, would you need any one of us?" And Optimus looks at Ultra Magnus like, do I need help? Does it look like I need help right now? As to be fair, if I have to scale how strong Optimus is with Energon X, his 2.0 upgrade plus the Star Saver, and yeah, all of that combined together along with the Fortress Souls Prime actually, yeah. Well, he doesn't use it as a weapon, but with it, he would just like scale straight to Unicron actually, now I'm thinking about it. Well, maybe a little bit below, as he would be stronger than every character from the original timeline. And I mean every character. Even Megatron 2.0, which is just him and Unicron combined. Yeah, he's stronger than him even. So yeah, this Optimus is pretty broken. Dang. Well, without the Forge, he still would be as he will either be as strong, if not slightly stronger than Unicron and Megatron, actually. Huh. Still OP. Interesting. But yeah. Oh my gosh. Oh, Optimus, you're so broken. Actually, what about the other characters? You know what? Nova and Maximus would literally scale to Optimus 2.0 in the original timeline. And the others will scale to, like some of the Autobots scale to Megatron, others scale to like Skyquake and Dreadwing. So yeah, like characters like Smokescream literally scale straight towards Dreadwing. If not him, Breakdown. Like they're all OP right now. And Optimus just tells his best friend wait, actually is Ultra Magnus his best friend? Nah. You know what, why not? Yeah, he tells his best friend, listen, I'm okay. I can go by myself. You don't have to worry about me. Okay? And Ultra Magnus realizing, oh, yeah, fair enough. Okay. You got this, boss. And Ox was like, I know. And proceeds to go off, fight the Insecticons, finds the Predacon fossil. Obviously, still an Insecticon takes it, and Optimus like, huh, I wonder what they're doing now. And he proceeds to bring it back, and he would ask his top scientists what they think. And Ratchet like, what's the chances they're not trying to make a Predacon army? And Prime's like, actually, that's very high. With how desperate Megatron is, this man needs something. He needs something. Yeah, this is not a good day for them. Oh boy, this is gonna be a long war, actually. You know what? I feel like we should probably get another asset or something. I think we need our own type of Paracons or something. And hearing this makes Ultra Magnus think, aren't they still Autobots in Cybertron? And hearing this, Optimus looks up and has a light bulb. And bro's like, oh, today is my lucky, lucky day. Oh, yes. And I'm not gonna lie, I knew I thought about this, but now I'm thinking about it. This might be too much. But at the same time, this is a war, so why not? But yeah, Optimus has a big smile on his face. But then he realizes, but there are not that many Autobots. There should be like a few at least, maybe even smaller. And Ultra Magnus like, true, but doesn't mean there's not. I can probably go to Cybertron and check out. And Optimus like, alright, fine, you go and check out. Me and the other Autobots are just gonna be handling things. And Magnus like, alright. But Optimus says, but you should take like a few Autobots with you. I advise you to take Wheeljack and Bulkhead, as the two of them are possibly like strong. As like I said, Bulkhead is on the level of Megatron right now. So yeah, I'm not like Megatron without the weapon of Megatronus. Yeah, Bulkhead and him are like equally matched with without Bulkhead having his own artifacts. They're both equally matched because of the Energon X. But with it together, they're still equally matched. Wow, actually they're equally matched. That's crazy. But yeah, Optimus will tell Ultra Magnus to take both Bulkhead and Wheeljack. Wheeljack is like pretty broken. He's weaker than Megatron, but still he can beat like almost every Decepticon besides, I think Skyquake. Yeah, that's the only one I would say he can beat, as they would possibly be equally matched at least. Yeah, he would tell them to go with Magnus, and they go with Magnus as Optimus opens up the space bridge, and they proceed to drive towards different locations of Cybertron, looking for Autobots. And Optimus decides to divide and conquer. And we will do that in the next episode, which is episode 6 right now. Yes, episode 6 will start off with the Autobots dividing and conquering and taking control of the entirety of the entirety of the place now. Yeah. Okay, how many locations should I give them? Like, I feel like I should add more because honestly, this series is going a bit too. It's gonna end up soon. I'm not gonna lie. We only have like what, 3 more parts, and then this series is finished. Oh, oh. Uh but yeah, let's continue. Now, Optimus will take you know what? The OG team, the one we first ever saw in the movies in 2007. And that would be Jazz, Bumblebee, Iron Knight, and Ratchet. The OG team. They go to the first location, which is in that abandoned facility where Shockwave was getting that Predacon fossil. And Shockwave does go, but he has a bit of help as he has Breakdown, Knockouts with him. And he's just thinking to himself, this is a lovely day. Until the Autobots come in, and he's like, it was a lovely day. And the Autobots proceed to fight all of them. And the cons got cooked. Shockwave manages to escape, but he doesn't have the Predacon bone as Optimus takes it from him, and Prime pieced him up like the like uppercut, and then kicks him straight in his chest, sending him flying. That's sad. But yeah, and Breakdown and Knockout are getting absolutely cooked, overwhelmed. Towards the point they just surrender. And Bumblebee like, why? Just why? Make it fun. I was itching to actually kill you, Knockout. And Knockout like, I surrendered, so you can't just kill me like that. And your leader's here as well, so you can do nothing. And hearing this makes Bumblebee pissed off, but you know what? He bro just brushes it off and just leaves him. And Prime looks at them like, alright, I'll give you guys this chance. Would you wanna be Autobots or should we just kill you right now? As Optimus is actually, you know what? The best mentality he has right now is no more prisoners. Just either be my comrade or just be killed. Like that's Optimus's mentality right now. And both Breakdown and Knockout like, nah, I'd rather be an Autobot. Yeah, the cons are losing, so why not? As both of them just join the Autobots automatically. And Optimus like, I'm happy to have you two on the team. As Knockout with your intelligence and Breakdown with your strength, you two would be a great asset towards the Autobot cause. And you guys have to tell me everything you know right now. And both of them nod, and they proceed to just go back to base, and Breakdown and Knockout will explain everything towards the last details. And Prime like, so Megatron is making an entire Paragon Army. Interesting. And Knockout like, yeah, Megatron is desperate right now. He's extremely desperate. And Optimus like, good thing I made my Autobots OP right now, so he not getting nothing. And Knockout like, hopefully next part he gets something. Yeah, I think I should give him. Yeah, next part I should give him something. But yeah, let's continue. Now we skip to episode 7 where we would have a leader's team. Chromia, RC, a leader. Smokescream and cliffjumper. Oof, solid, solid. All five of them will go together to basically put get the other Paragon fossil, and we will have Sunwave. Yeah, we will have Sunwave along with Predator King working together to basically get it, but the Autobots coming in, they got cooked. I'm not gonna lie, Predator King got overwhelmed. Like bro got tossed around. I mean, to be fair, Alita has a poison bow. I mean, poison crossbow, and Aussie has a ice bow, and Chromia has that sword that I gave her. Oof. Oh, no, no, no. Yeah, he got tossed around actually. Oh, and with Smokescream's face shifter, oh my gosh. And oh, cliff jumper. I remember I gave this guy a teleportation spear. Oh, brad, yeah. Birkin got tossed around, sadly. Yeah. Oh, he got tossed around. And cliff jumper is as strong as Skyquick at least. So yeah, bro got tossed around badly. And I'm not gonna lie, with Autobots working together, they would manage to actually kill Predator King. Why? Ice Bow, Poison Crossbow, a sword that can control lights, use telekinesis, and create explosions, and a spear that can teleport, along with a phase shifter that can allow you to phase through solid objects. Yeah, bro got killed. Like, simple. RC proceeds just to freeze him. And Chromia just makes an explosion, sending him flying. Using her telekinesis, she brings him towards her. And Predaking opens his mouth, and Cliffjumper just teleports and stabs him straight through his head. As when he opened his mouth, he just teleported and just stabbed him straight in his head. Now, Predaking would still be slightly alive, but a leader would just come in with a crossbow and just proceeds to just shoot him straight in his head, inject him poison, and it slowly starts killing him from the inside. And yeah, and Smokescreen proceeds just to phase through him and just grab his spark chamber and rip out his spark. Yeah, painful, horrible way to die, but yeah, we have to kill him off because honestly, I can't see him surviving. But Soundwave survives though. Yeah, Soundwave leaves and manages to take the Predacon bone because he brought literally Predaking just to die, to be fair. Bro knew he was gonna die. And Soundwave like it was all part of the plan. And Emphasis just grabbed the Predacon bone and book it. And the Autobots like, the bro really just sacrificed a newborn just to get the uh never mind. Yeah, the setter calls for you. Yep. Now we skip to episode 8. Uh, you know what? The more I talk about these the more I talk about the Autobots, the more I'm wondering how are they losing in the first place in the war? Things get interesting every single time. But anywho, now let's just continue. Now we would skip to episode 8. Like I said, we would have the next team, which is I'll say Skyfire's team for now. We have Nova, Maximus Prime, Sideswipe, Sunstreaker, and Skyfire. Twin brothers and twin brothers. Interesting. I did not plan that actually. That was kind of random. But yeah, let's continue. Now they will be good in the next Dragon Ball. And we would see it's Megatron along with Dreadwing, who are working together to basically get it. And the two of them are basically digging through along with the Insecticons and Vehicons they have. But of course, the twin brothers and the other twin brothers and the Airbots are all coming in. And Megatron, knowing he does not stand a chance, tells Dreadwing to stay along with the Vehicons and Insecticons as he tries to grab the Predacon fossil. And Megatron, you are very evil. Bro literally sent his own soldiers to die. Yeah, sadly, Dreadwing is not making it out, but here we go. Now, the Autobots will quickly attack them, and with all of their overpowered artifacts, the Sword of Judgment, the Shield of Justice, those gloves actually, and that wind blade. Ah, oh, wind blade. Yeah, literally. So it's a blade that can control wind. So yeah, but also it's Skyfire's oh yeah, water blade. No, water axe. Yeah, all of them working together would just overwhelm them. And even when Dreadwing tries his best, Nova would just use the Sword of Judgment just to burn him a bit, and Sunstreak would just use his gloves to just shoot the radiation blast that just break him apart. And when like Dreadwing takes out his gun and shoots, yeah, Maximus just come in front, absorb the power of absorb the blast, and just proceeds to shoot it back towards Dreadwing, and it shoots through his spark chamber, killing him. And Megatron takes out the Dragon Faster and he's like, "Yes, Sunwave, open a ground bridge now!" And he proceeds to book it. And all the Autobots look at this like he really sent his own soldiers to die. As they look at Dreadwing's lifeless body, and Skyfire like maybe we should have just maybe we should have spared his life. And Nova like nah nah. He may be honorable, but he's still a con. Alright, guys, let's go back to base. As the Autobots proceed to go back to base and start chilling, actually, as they start waiting. But then we would hear Ultra Magnus asking for a ground bridge, or a space bridge. And Ultra Magnus was, along with Bulkhead and Wheeljack, come back to base. And everyone asks if we found any new Autobots. And Magnus like, yes, I did. But I would introduce them in the next part. Yeah. This is the end of part 11. Wow, three more parts and it's over. Yeah, I'm gonna end this. Yeah, I'm gonna end this series in part 14. And don't worry, part 14 is only gonna be a cliffjumper special. This is not like this is basically part 14 is basically just gonna be focused on cliffjumper. As part 12 will end season 3. Part 13 will end the movie. Part 14 will be cliffjumper special to basically explain what was going on when after Optimus yeah. You know what? I don't want to spoil anything, so bye.